Christina. Welcome back to my channel. I'm here to give you an update on our apartment renovation. But first, if you don't know who we are, my husband Tim and I have been traveling the world for 11 years now. About a year ago, we bought an apartment here in the Republic of Georgia, in a city called Chiatura. We've been renovating ever since. If you haven't seen some of our renovation videos, take a look. This video begins with the rebuilding of our fireplace. We're having our fireplace rebuilt. Well, it's interesting how he's going about it, using the old brick to fill back in. We're up at our apartment renovation. I wanted to fill you in on what we've done so far. All the outside windows, I put a prime coat on those, and I'm going to be doing another coat. We got them caulked, and Tim put up some new trim to fill in where we took out concrete. And today we are putting in a new front door. And we found the door on My Market. It cost us about $450 with the delivery fee. It came from a town that's about 30 minutes from here. It's a big, heavy iron and glass door. Today he's going to start working on the walls in the sunroom, replastering. And he'll be putting concrete down on the floors in there. It's really going to be a beautiful room. I can't wait till it's done. We're also meeting Nino at 10. She's our translator. And she's bringing an electrician. And he'll be giving us a price on rewiring the house and installing our electrical panel box. I want to show you what we've done on the inside. We've hung all these studs. This is the master bedroom. And we haven't done the bathroom yet. We're going to have Nozari, our worker, do some plumbing in there before we hang the studs. Now we have to finish studding around these windows. We're in the living room and dining room combination. We've put studs up in here as well. We haven't done the ceilings yet, but we have done the fireplace that Nozari rebuilt for us. Some of these windows were done. Our electrician is here, and he's going to come inside right now. Tim and I spent yesterday writing up all the electrical work we wanted done. What Nozari is doing is he's jacking up the fireplace because it was leaning forward out of the wall. He's got blocks underneath and a piece of wood, and he's going to concrete around that. We'll get gas logs for this fireplace at some point, so we'll have one in the sunroom and one in the living room. The fireplace has been made sturdy underneath, so now they'll put concrete in there. But he's put the brick. That brick came out of the front wall where the front door was. Took out all that brick, and now it's down below underneath the fireplace, as well as some wood to stabilize it. And he used the jacks that we bought from Domino's we were going to jack up the house with. He used those to help jack up the fireplace. So the city is out here connecting our panel box to the outside meter. Our electrician is there helping. How old do you think that meter is?
Pretty old. blew out. It was black.
Oh,
Fortunately, I had another 50 amp circuit breaker to put in there because their circuit breaker was blown up.
oh wow. So this apartment hasn't been lived in 15 years. So when we bought it, it had been vacant for 15 years. So the meter's pretty old, everything's pretty old. So it's good we're having the whole thing rewired. Our electrician started running the lines yesterday in the house. We're not going to have everything hooked up. We just wanted to have a few outlets in the living room for now and one line to work off of.
Well, I think we're going to do them all.
Oh, we're going to do it all?
Yeah.
Great.
As long as I got Larry, we'll get them popped up.
Great. Tim is going to explain what they're doing here.
So, this little hole here is where we buried our line, and he came up with a plastic cable, and we just put the cable within that. It's just extra cable, or protected coating. We ran into the box, and because their systems are not grounded, or earth as they would call them here, we had extra wire. We took the wire, took all 3 lines, connected them together, and ran it back down into the grounding pole, or earth pole, so that our system will be grounded in here. And then I will double ground it in the house anyway. But since we've been here a number of times, we've been shocked.
Not at this house, but...
Oh, is the switch on? There's a circuit breaker. The circuit breaker's on?
Oh.
So this is the old circuit breaker that we took out when we opened the box. But there were a few burnt wires and things in there, but it's pretty well cleaned up now. He did a really good job.
Yes,
and,
he did.
I'm thinking to hook up the panel box here is about $100. In the States, it would probably be $2,500.
He seems to know what he's doing.
Yeah, he's really good.
I'm grateful that Nagarzi, that's our other worker, he called the electrician.
Yeah, he's smart. He's good.
We didn't know he was going to get us an electrician, but he did, and he started yesterday. Now, I came over here to check on the progress of the sun porch. It looks like they're filling up some pit.
They did a really good
gravel. They did an excellent job. Now they're filling all that space in, and they'll pour concrete.
Rocky, touch up.
Then they'll do the walls. They'll start the walls after they do the floor. This is Nagzari's son who works with him. They've both been doing a really great job. I'll have to ask him his name. Brand new.
I don't know. I saw this one.
That's our new.
But
those are the new lines hooked up to the meter. The rest is buried under the ground. Which they don't do that here. That's very unusual. So you can see this is the old line that ran into our house. We're going to have him wire the whole house because he's really good to be the old front door. And we blocked that up to make our bathroom. And I really didn't like the front door being out here. That's the neighbor's front door. And this is the shared porch. But frankly, she hasn't been very nice, and you know, we know we're doing the right thing. We just want a nice place to live into.
Yeah.
And that's what we're gonna have. This old line down. I think he's bothered by the way it was hooked up to begin with.
Yeah.
He's got to unhook this old line from the pole. I wondered why sometimes when I'm running on the treadmill, it would jolt.
Well, you gotta look at what it is.
What was the reason for that, do you think, when I was running on the treadmill? And
yeah,
it would...
because it was tied on like with hangers and.
He doesn't like to see that kind of stuff. Yeah. It's the first line that we're running through the living room. That Tomas is running through the living room. That's our electrician. And he's going out to the sun porch also. There'll be 2 outlets on the sun porch.
Just have one door here.
And a chandelier. So we're wiring for that. That's an old pipe. It's no longer connected, and we'll be covering that up with sheetrock. Today is Tuesday. It's late afternoon, and Tim and I are trying to finish getting the wallpaper off these walls before the contractor comes back to skim coat the walls. Yesterday, the electrician put in the lines, the electric lines out here. And I will show you what they look like. Climb over the wheelbarrow. He put in all these lines. What we plan on is where these 2 lines come down. These are going to be, there's going to be 2 electric outlets. This line here is run for 2 lights that are going to be outside. There'll be 2 outside lights. And then there's also going to be a chandelier in here, so he ran the line for that. We were going to do sheetrock out here, but we changed our mind. Hopefully we will never have to strip wallpaper again. We're getting this room ready for tomorrow because the contractor's coming back and he's going to be replastering the walls. I'm doing a final coat on the windows to get ready for winter. We wanted to protect the windows. We had them stripped down to the natural wood. And I'm doing a final prime coat, and then we'll pick out a color to do all our windows and trim. Tim caulked them, and we want to just preserve them because they're very old. And we decided to go with the older windows. We didn't want to replace them. We did have to replace the ones in the front, but we really don't like the plastic windows they use here. We prefer the old wood. And some of them even had the original beveled glass in them. Some of them got broken from when they did yard work with the weed eater, but a lot of them are still the original windows. Now Zori had to smooth out the concrete again because first Rosie walked across it, and then another little dog walked across.
Square meter? US?
Today we came up to the renovation site, and we assumed that Nugzari and Tomas were not going to be here. We thought that this concrete floor had to cure some more dry, but he said it was dry. When we got here at about 1, he was already here, and he's going to start the walls today. And he'll be filling in the door where that hole is with concrete, both sides, of course. And Tim are unloading. They had to run up to the store to get some materials and plaster, I assume, for the walls. Driver of the truck was curious about what we were doing. He was looking through the windows. I would invite him in if I could speak Georgian. So now George is here also to work with his dad. When we came up today, he told us that these windowsills, the boards, the old boards were rotten, so he took those out, and we told him that was okay because we were going to just tile them. And they put new windows in, and we had put a new board here, but the old board had to come out. The new board's going to have to stay, though, because that's holding the window up. But we will tile here. He's going to concrete here along the windowsills, and then we will put tile. We're going to tile the windowsills in the other rooms as well. When you look in through this door, through the top of the window, when you're standing back outside, you can see this ceiling really well. And that's why I want to have a chandelier up there. And you'll be able to see the fireplace. A marble tile out here. We haven't found exactly what we want yet, but it will be. And we're going to have concrete. Nixari will put a concrete floor in back here where the bath and shower will be. This is where the master bathroom is. And of course, I showed you before. This is already a concrete floor, and after the plumbing gets done, those holes will be filled in before we tile. Just wanted to take a look at the wall that Nixari has done so far. It's going to look so much better in here. Oh, I see. He kind of throws it on there.
There's an art form to it.
Yeah, they know how to do it. But
or plaster.
Mostly they do new construction, concrete buildings all over Tbilisi, really all over here. They have mostly communist style buildings here. There's few of these.
And this was built before communism.
Yes, there are few of these. There's only a handful in this city. Actually, there's only 3 that Nino told us about. Ours is one of the oldest buildings here.
Well, I kind of thought it was cool it was built by an American, actually.
Yes, Avril Heron built this building. Thank you for watching. Come back and see our next video, where we'll be visiting an open-air market in Tbilisi to buy more materials for our apartment renovation.